We're live.
Woohoo!
Yay! All right.
What's up, everybody?
All right. What's going on, people? All right. Welcome, everybody. This is GNN, Grievance News Nerds. This is our WildStar Wednesday, the second one that we've had this year. So this is July 17th, 2013. And just to get you introduced to everybody, we have Naonia.
Hey, everybody.
Vicious.
Hello.
And usually we have Nymera. She's actually stepped down today for our special guest. Everybody, a nice warm welcome for Mr. Cannon. He is the Dominion guild leader.
Go Cannon.
It's all right.
And as always, this is Mr. Puddles McNacho Pants here. So I'm here to start everything off today. So now that we got our intros and everything out of the way, quick plug here. Friday, we are having another one of these for our big reveal for our podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody excited about that?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on. Show me everything.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and start with the fun stuff here. So there were two teaser pictures that were released by the group this week. The first picture was a picture of a grenade.
There it is. Smack dab in the middle.
Vicious, what do you think about that grenade?
What do I think? Well, I think it's an indication of an engineer-type class. That's what I think. It's cool looking. I think it's awesome. It shows the WildStar quirky humor like we've seen throughout all of the information we've seen of WildStar thus far. And if there's going to be an engineer class like that, that's my speculation, is it's something along the lines of that. That will be really, really fun to play. That might take me away from the tanking part. We'll see. I've always been a tank, but that sounds too much fun.
Well, I would think that an engineer would possibly be able to tank. From what I've heard, most classes can tank or heal or DPS. I'm not sure, but I've heard speculation that if it is an engineer, that it may be a range tank, which might be up your alley, Vicious.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to try that.
What do you think, Hannah?
Any healers?
See if it works. I play a Vanguard in Star Wars, and I don't do much range. I end up right there in the mix of things. I'm a melee tank.
It's easy
Give it
to
all
do.
to me, right there.
What do you think about ranged, Vicious? Range
Oh,
tank?
it'd be a fun new avenue for me. I've always loved tanking, but the idea of range tanking, I can't quite grasp it in my head. It's there, but I don't quite get it. But so until we see it, yeah, I'd be willing to try it, definitely.
Cool. Puddles.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because, you know, as a lifelong tank, you know, I'm kind of excited because I kind of see that would definitely bring something different to a raid, so to speak. You know, I'll hold my judgment, I guess. I'll be interested if it really is an engineer, if they end up going with the tanking. As long as I can use bombs, just throw a big bomb at somebody and say, now come get me. It's like dodgeball.
Like cannon.
Exactly.
Make sure there's a big red button in the center, though. Don't push. You know, you got to push that red button.
Absolutely.
Well, can you imagine how fun it would be just to lay a bunch of turrets around and just kind of sit back and watch them go?
And with the action combat, it's
It'd be
going to
awesome.
be awesome. You could be moving around just whipping grenades at people.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Awesome.
So then they released a second picture, and now this second picture, not a lot of information here, but it does look like something is in the beaker. What is in the beaker? Naonia, what's in the beaker?
It's something that has it's a squid. It's got to be a squid. And the first thing I thought of when I saw that was alchemy. I've heard people say it's probably another class, you know, but I'm thinking crafting. I'm probably wrong. But I really did think alchemy. But I'm a big crafter, so that's kind of where my brain will go. But I absolutely love that art so much. I can't wait to find out what it is.
Vicious, what do you think? What is in the beaker?
Well, you have to balance the class, right? You have an engineer, let's say that first one's an engineer class for whatever faction. You have to balance that out with another one, right? An alchemist type of class and a different kind of engineer class, but for the other faction. That's my guess.
Interesting. All right, so Canon, Dominion Guild Leader, what do you think?
Oh, I think I've seen that in some walk-in coolers, to be honest. But anyway, I digress. Boy, I kind of along the lines of Neonia, something of alchemy or something along those lines. I mean, somebody's playing with a beaker. Oh yeah, we're gonna blow something up here.
Heck yeah, we are. It's going to be on Dominion territory, too.
I just like the tentacles that are also kind of hanging out of it, too. I'm just wondering, are those coming out of the backside of the beaker or something? Is that a separate set of tentacles for something else? Or
First time I looked at it, I thought it was a tongue.
Is it a tongue?
I know, that's what I thought when I first saw it. Until I got close,
Maybe-
you could see the little suction cups, I guess I will call them.
maybe it's like the stockings from The Wizard of Oz. It's the wicked old witch, and this is what she does in her spare time. I mean,
Well, you know what
Creature
happens?
stuff.
Well, you know what happens when WildStar does something. Let's say you have a standard squid here. I'm looking at my other monitor. That's why I'm looking the other way. But a standard squid has, or an octopus. Octopus has 8 legs, right? Well,
Yes.
you know, I wouldn't put it past Carbine to put a 3-legged octopus, you know, into the game that walks on land or something. So, it'd be interesting to see what happens there. Is that a claw in the front?
I don't know.
I think it might be. They got that separation right there in the center. I don't know. Interested to find out, though.
Very
You think
interesting.
You think this might be part, because, you know, they got that hashtag down the bottom, WS Flick. You think this might be part of a movie that they might show on Friday?
Oh.
It's funny you should say that. So, so one of the things that people are talking about, that they may actually be in the process of making a movie, right? They may be putting, you know, maybe the classes, maybe the races, maybe they're going to put some kind of movie together, and these are just parts of that movie. Now, what will that movie show us? We have no idea. What I personally think it is, and everybody's kind of hitting around it, I think it might be actually another race. I think it's an amphibious type race that
Really?
can do all sorts of stuff. Maybe it has something to do with a class. I kind of like the whole alchemy type thing. You know, hey, maybe that's a class. Who knows? It's going to be exciting to find out, though, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Jinx.
Yeah.
So, again, Comic-Con is right around the corner. Woo! Friday is the big reveal.
Yeah.
So, let's start with you, Cannon. Cannon, what's your speculation? What do you think is going to happen on Friday?
Oh, well, they've already told us it's going to be race reveals, and they also had something about the last 2 classes as well. I'm really hoping to see those. I want to see what we got to play with. Then it's time for people to start hunkering down. Make your decision. WildStar Exile Guild, or you go with the Dominion. Go with the Dominion.
Exiles.
Dominion.
That's right. You heard it. You heard it here first, folks. If you haven't made your decision, you got to make it soon. They're vying for you here. All right, Neonia, what do you think?
I'm thinking they're going to reveal another healing class, a main healer. I hope so. Anyway, I've heard speculation. Obviously, we don't know if it's true of a melee healer. Not my cup of tea, but would be really cool if there was a melee healer involved in the game. I'm really looking forward to it. I am not one to speculate. I kind of just want the information thrown in my face because I don't know. I could guess all day long. I'm excited. Is it Friday yet?
All right. Avicious, what you got?
You know what? I was just thinking here isn't this one of the last major conventions going on before the projected release time frame of WildStar? I mean, this is the big Comic-Con,
I thought we
right?
had one more, but I can't remember. It's big Comic-Con, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd really like to see, I really have no way of knowing, but I'd really like to see him comment about the payment model. Free-to-play, subscription. I don't think they're going to go subscription, obviously, but rumor is the dual payment model, correct? The subscription, possibly free-to-play, dual model.
Hybrid.
Yeah,
they say hybrid.
Yeah, so I want to hear the details of that, and I got to wonder if they're going to use a big convention like Comic-Con to release those details.
All right. That's so. Yeah. So basically, kind of my thoughts on it is, obviously we know they're going to release the race information. I think just because of how open the company is, I would like to see them just go ahead and give, a good amount of their information. Go ahead and say, yeah. Go ahead and say what classes you have. All of it. Yeah, that's right. Just everything. Just go ahead. If you're listening to us, WildStar guys, everything. Just tell us everything right now.
And a guild beta invite would be good too. So
please send that invite.
We can help them a whole lot because we have a whole lot of people.
Carbine, we got hundreds of people wanting to play. Let us in.
Really, let us test the guilds. We'll break it. I promise we will break it.
We're good at breaking things.
We are.
Please let us.
Just let them know, yes, we will break your stuff. That's what you want. That we will break your stuff.
We will break your stuff and kill your bosses.
Yes, awesome. So yeah, it's going to be good. The more I think about what Canon said, I think you're right. I think they may actually have a movie kind of out there, which will be nice because we know that these people are whimsical, they're fun. Anytime that they have something that they're going to actually offer, I'd like to see it because they're good people and they have a good product out there. So hopefully we'll see Friday, a couple days away. Again, GNN is going to be your place. We're going to be here. We're going to have. Hopefully, we might have Cannon back. Might have some more special guests dropping by. So stay tuned. We'll give you more information on that. But what's the point of having somebody drop by if you don't get your couple minutes to grill them? So we are going to have some questions with Mr. Cannon here. So we're going to start. Vicious, I'll let you start.
Yes, I've been waiting to do this all day. All right.
No.
Now we obviously we obviously heard the announcement at the get together that you were going to be our Dominion WildStar guild leader, and it's awesome.
Thanks for stepping up.
So, absolutely. Can you fill us in a little bit of how you managed to achieve guild leader status for this guild?
Well, I've been a task leader in our Star Wars guild for about a year now. I think it seems like it's been forever, but I've been with a really good group of people there. And then this stuff for WildStar started creeping up, and Soul Guardian mentioned it, XL Nemesis.
Hey.
Anyway, but so I started taking a look at it, and I really got intrigued by their humor. I really love the way that they make me laugh. So I finally came to the decision. I mentioned to Steelheart, our progenitor. I'm like, I think I'm going to leave Star Wars and I'm going to move over to WildStar. It wasn't too long after that he pulled me aside and said, "Hey, you've been a task leader for a while, and he's apparently I've made some sort of impression. Good, surprising as that may be. I guess I don't keep my mouth shut. I need to learn to do that more."
Do any of us?
But yeah, but he pulled me aside. He said, "Hey, I'd like to, I like what I see, and I'd like to offer you the Dominion position." I'm like, "Wow," I told him I'm really honored. I am. I did not expect him to do that. There's several other people in this guild overall that are a lot more capable than I am. I mean, I'll put my best foot forward, but just do what I can. But I molded over for a couple of weeks, and he hit me. I was at Star Trek Into Darkness there. I was in the movie theater, and he sent me a text saying, "Hey, this many people have signed up for WildStar." And I'm like, I responded back. I'm like, "Do you really want me as guild leader? I mean, come on." He says, "Well, sure, just a second." And all of a sudden, my phone starts to ring right at the beginning of Star Trek. I'm like, can't talk now. Sorry.
GG, Steelheart.
So we talked later that night and everything like that. I told him, yes, I told him they're on text I would accept it, and we talked about it later. And he hasn't kicked me out yet, but I think the other guild leaders are trying to do so. Mr. Patrick said he's aiming to kick me out. So, but no, at the moment I'm here to stay, and I'm gonna do what I can. And I really want this Dominion guild to succeed. I want us to take on raid bosses. I want us to go in there and PvP and show those XLs how to take it. But yeah,
Whatever.
We got fortresses to make out of the ground. We got orange to eat for dinner.
What? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to be punting you guys halfway across the map.
Well, it was a good choice. You and Soul Guardian both were very, very good choices for guild leaders. So congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome. Good job. So I guess I'll go now. So it's a good story about how you became the guild leader, but how are you preparing to handle such a large influx of players? Because even now on our forums, there are people lining up to become part of your guild. So how are you preparing for that?
Well, really, we're going to take a page out of Memo's book with the Neverwinter Guild.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Yeah, he did. And, under pressure, they figured out how to do it. And I think that's probably the way every guild's going to do it from there on. And, we're going to have a bunch of officers with their own channel. And we'll have a group, you're in TeamSpeak, go here for an invite. And then an officer's going to pull you down, talk to you, throw your invite in, welcome to the guild. Move on. We're just going to be going through people as fast as we can, but we also want to talk to you and get to know you too, because that's what Grievance is about. It's about the people. It's not about the games.
Absolutely.
We all play different games. It's really about the people, and we want to know the people that play with us. So
awesome. That's awesome to hear. Naonia.
She has some questions, I know.
Yeah, I do. Assuming that you're actively looking for officers, is there anything specific that you're looking for in an officer? Have you filled any positions yet? How are people supposed to approach you if they're interested in becoming an officer with the Dominion Guild?
Yes, I have actively been looking for officers. Nothing's really been filled yet. Steele and I are talking about the XO. We're talking about recruiting officer. The raid leader position, that's going to be more of a, I'm going to have a wait and see look on that, because I want to see, who has the grasp of leading a group, who's putting themselves out there, who's ready to take one for the team, basically. Because we got to admit, the raid leader position, that is a rough position.
Huge position.
Big responsibility.
And especially with 20 and 40 man raids, you got to have somebody that's ready to just jump into it, and they're going to be pulling their hair out. Now, granted, we have a whole bunch of officers that are going to be there to help them out, but they're the one for the raids.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
But then we'll have the war leader position, hopefully, with our PvP side, and they're going to have to drag my butt through, because I've never been much of a PvPer, but this game is really making me want to think about trying it.
Me too.
Yeah, and then of course, we'll have our task leaders, and they'll be the ones that show up and say, hey, they're already starting groups, they're going out, they're helping everybody. That's what I'm looking for in a task leader, is just helping other people. And, and when I see that, hey, it brings it up to me, and, then eventually, I'll put some feelers out there and see about an officer position. But, I have some ideas at the moment going in, because, we've all played with different people with our online games. So I have ideas.
Awesome.
Cool.
It's exciting. It's very exciting. And you mentioned the war plots. I used to play FPS before I went to MMOs, so these war plots have me very intrigued. Because the cool thing about it is you can combine PvE with your PvP, and we can drag raid bosses to PvP with us. I mean, how awesome is that? I can't even imagine just dragging a boss along to put in our war plot.
I'm there defending. Ah!
It's gonna be amazing. But speaking of battles and PvP, how, Mr. Cannon, are you preparing for the uprising of the exiles to try to make Nexus their new home? Because we're gonna stomp on you.
Uprising. It's like a little battle. You got the Dominion here. We're coming in. This is going to be our new world. The Emperor, he has his plot all set. We had to take down trees for miles and miles just so he had that beautiful sunset view. We did it for the Emperor, I tell you. Of course, then we had a protest by Orn, but we took care of that. Luckily, we also have mass graves. But anyway.
I'm going to make a nice grave for you right outside my house. You're going to fertilize my garden. Gonna be like, this is cannon fertilizer. I'm gonna have big tomatoes.
Cannon fodder lives up to his name.
It was
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. I think Puddles had something he wanted to talk about.
Yes. So now I have to go ahead and tell everybody, we got some very disturbing video. All right, so parents, people with small children, you may want for them to turn their heads. Don't want to show them this. Very, very disturbing news. Go ahead and roll the video.
There it goes. I love that laugh.
Video is done.
All right, so I just have to ask, what is your view on the innocent slaughtering of those animals?
Would you say that's an act of war?
I say it is.
I'd say it's a good time, but hey, everybody has their own opinion. Look, we got stuff for our uniforms now. I can feed the dragon. This is a great way to keep our army going. And, you know, we got bombs. We got tons of bombs, tons of landmines. Why not use them?
Don't let anything go to waste, right?
The roused hours will rise up with the RN.
Hey, if it's anything like the Treants in the Two Towers, you know, you have a problem on your hands.
Absolutely.
You heard it here first, guys. Canon is for the slaughtering of the animals.
Boo!
We're going to build avatars by the dozen. Just march them on in.
Awesome. Well, that's good though. I mean, you know, I'm glad we could all get together tonight to have this little talk. Canon, again, I really appreciate you being here. It's always nice to have our guild leaders come on the show. So just some other things to plug here. There's a Rift Guild meeting tonight at 8 p.m. CST, 9 p.m. EST. It is their first guild meeting, so if, everybody needs to attend that if they can.
Good job, guys.
It's awesome. Very
Go
awesome.
kill them.
Down in raid mobs.
Oh, that's right. Down in raid mobs, making it happen. Again, Friday, we will break in as soon as we can to talk about everything that's going on Friday. Unfortunately, we can't be there and party with them from 7 to 11 their time, but we will talk about the reveals, what was revealed. Hopefully, we'll try to get both our guild leaders on to talk about their newest recruit, so to speak. So hopefully we can get them on, and that's just going to be a good time. Also, don't forget GNN Sunday videocast. We will have that on at our regularly scheduled time. So that's basically all we had.
Things planned for that one, so stay tuned.
Yes,
Yes,
Sunday,
right, big plans.
Sunday is big, so don't miss Sunday. It's going to be awesome.
Sunday.
Nice, nice.
Thanks.
Cannon, thanks again.
Yeah,
Thank you for
Cannon.
having me. Everybody's
Cannon, thank you
has
very
to join
much.
the Dominion. Leave those exiles out. I don't even know why they put them in game. Nobody wants to play the exiles.
Wow.
You're going to die.
Uh,
You're lucky
All
we'll
right.
be on different servers.
who knew? My dinner speaks.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for
everybody.
everybody. We'll see you guys Friday.
Bye-bye.
I've got that video playing. I don't know when to stop this stream, and I know everybody can hear me.
Cut,
10 seconds. 10 seconds.